Good afternoon, everybody. This is Josh, and today I just wanted to talk about the sun in your horoscope and ways to strengthen this planet. Being an Ayurvedic practitioner, in particular with the times we're going through right now, I'm getting a lot of patients who are struggling with health, or at least wanting to be very conscious of maintaining their health. And so in Jyotish or Vedic Astrology, one of the most important planets that we can support in this regard would be the sun. We can look at this in more of a general or broad scope picture and supporting the planet, or if there's a particular issue in your chart itself, either your sun is debilitated or it's placed in maybe a troublesome house like the 8th or the 12th house. These are indications that strengthening the sun would be a good idea. So first, let's talk about some of the indications for the sun so we have a better idea of what it means. And the sun is generally regarded as the karaka or indicator planet of health and wellness in general. So what this means is this rules our overall vitality, our ability to fend off disease, our ability to be happy, to be strong. This also relates to our personalities and having a strong sense of self, or a grounded ego, and the ability to show up in the world and get the work done we need to get done. So having a strong sun is a really important thing. Regardless of what's going on in your horoscope, it's a very good planet to often support. And there's some really simple tips that we can do to support our sun. If you get a full consultation, you can get a little bit more detailed picture about the strength of your sun in your chart, and I can give you a little bit better idea of how much you need to work on the sun. But some of the things that we can look at to determine whether or not our sun is going to be weak or strong, or our chart is going to be our propensity to get sick. Are we getting sick all the time? Every time a new cold comes through, are we getting sick? Have we already gotten COVID? Do you just generally tend to not do so good health-wise, or do you have chronic and conditions that take away your vitality? Are you fatigued? Do you sleep more than you maybe should, or do you find yourself not being able to meet the day in the way that you'd like to? These are good signs that the sun might be a little weak. It also relates to our mental and emotional states. So the sun, again, rules our sense of self, or our ego in the best sense of the word. Meaning how we work, how we interact with people, how we're able to take positions of authority when we need to complete tasks. The sun also really relates to our overall stamina and the ability to get work done, the ability to complete projects. Do we tend to tire out early in the afternoon and need a big nap? This is a good sign that our sun might be a little bit weak. And of course, the sun then, is being that it's related to the ego, controls our sense of self-esteem and our ability to take pride and ownership of ourselves, and to relate to other people in a positive and healthy way, where we're both getting our own needs met and setting good social boundaries as well. The tissues that the sun relates primarily to are going to be bone tissues and the heart. Since the sun rules Leo in our chart, and Leo relates to the chest, or the just above the diaphragm area of our body, this will also be a good indication too of the health of our sun. So if you have a propensity to chest tightness, or even any kind of heart conditions themselves, or shortness of breath, things like this, these are all indicators that there might be some issue with the sun. The sun's not only our physical digestion and our ability to digest food well, but it also controls our ability to digest emotional and mental things as well. So we want to look at all of these indicators when determining what to do. I just want to give you a couple quick tips on how to nurture and protect the sun in your chart and in your life. And being that this is a big issue right now and we're all trying to stay healthy and happy, this is really, really important key piece in Vedic astrology to protect your health. So the first thing that we can do to take care of the sun in our chart is to honor and respect fathers or father figures. So anybody in your life really that is related to you in either a fatherly sense, this could be your actual father, or just somebody who has a big influence in a very fatherly or teacher type way to you, is going to be a good way to nurture the strength of your sun. And using kind of the archetype of what the father represents would be also to complete tasks well. So this could be as small as something from cleaning up your room and making your bed, to getting a homework assignment in on time, or completing a work task, or meeting commitments in your life that you have said you will, and doing that in a timely way and in a thorough way, and doing good work. So this all relates specifically to the sun as well. Another thing that we can do that's a very popular remedy in Jyotish is to offer water to the sun in the morning. Very simple thing to do. If you have a little copper vessel or a copper pot, this is usually indicated. But if not, it's okay. You can use a glass. And you want to wake up with the sunrise for this. So when the sun just is starting to peek over the mountains, or wherever you are, maybe there's not mountains, you want to offer the water to the sun. Some people also chant the Gayatri mantra. I'll put a link to that in the description as well. And this is directly related to the sun as well. So, but offering dropping some water either on a plant or a tree that you maybe have a connection with in your yard is a really good idea. To have the water stream itself as it's pouring, you want the rays of the sun to come through that water before they hit your eyes. I just mentioned that you could also chant the Gayatri mantra. So if you have a proclivity to chanting, this is a beautiful mantra and it has a healing effect. Either do this daily, or if you want to just pick one day, you can do this on Sundays. Ideally, chanting this maybe 108 times would be the best, or maybe 1,008, but at least 108 is good. Sometimes I'll even, just for simplicity's sake, maybe find a recording on YouTube or something and put a recording on the Gayatri mantra. Is a really nice way to wake up in the morning. So this brings that sun energy into your life too. There's also another simple mantra that you can recite in your head, or if you use mala beads, something like this is also really helpful, and it's Om Suryaya Namaha. Again, you can chant this 108 times, up to 1,008, or even more if you're really feeling gung-ho. But this is a chant to invoke Surya. So Sunday is the day that rules sun. So any type of remedy that you want to do, it's best to do these on Sunday. Couple other things that you can do is to fast on Sundays. So this would mean from the time of waking when the sun is rising until the following morning on Monday. Different ways to fast. Please be careful with this. Some people do better than others with taking no food. If you need to have some food, eat something simple. A nice bowl of khichdi or vegetable soup is a really simple meal that can also be nourishing and still make sure your blood sugar stays balanced and all these kind of things. You don't want to suffer. Ayurveda always takes the middle road on these things. So according to what you're able to do, but fasting on Sundays would be the preferred day. You can also wear the colors orange or reds. These are even yellows. These are the colors that are related to the sun too. So sometimes this is how I'll do it. On Sunday, I'll look through my drawer and either even get a pair of socks that might have some orange or red or yellow in them, or wear a shirt that's orange or red and yellow. And this is a good way to remember the sun on Sundays, and a very simple thing to do. Something else that you can also do is to charge some water in the sunlight. And what I mean by this is to fill a glass vessel with water, let that sit out for the day in the sun so that it becomes imbibed with the rays of the sun, and then drink this water the following day. You can keep switching this out each day. You can also do this and make a sun tea. So using maybe like a raspberry tea or any kind of red berry type of tea would also be an extra way to get some sun points in there too. So this is very good for your overall health and digestion. And the last simple remedy that I want to talk about is gemstones. Now this is a really specific science, and I always recommend that you consult with somebody before you get too heavy into gemstones, because there's some very particular things you want to look for in your chart. But that being said, ruby would be the stone associated with the sun. So as long as there's no other big factors in your chart showing that it's not a good idea, rubies are the stone to wear. You can wear these anywhere on your body. You can wear them as a pendant. You can wear them as a bracelet. Some people will just keep the stone in their pocket, something like that. Ruby being very, very expensive if you get it in fine finished form. There's a couple other uparatnas, which are substitute stones that you can also use. Sunstone being one of them, red garnet's another easy to find one as well. So these are the stones that are related to the sun. You can also double up some of this remedy with the water, where when you set your water out for the day, you put this stone in the water and let that infuse in the water as well. Otherwise, like I said, you wear the stone on your body. Some people will just keep it on their altar. These are good things. The ruby and red stones in particular are good for strengthening the heart muscle. Leo, which rules the sun, is related specifically to the heart. So heart health is something that you always want to be mindful of if you have either a prominent sun in your chart or a debilitated sun. This is a good area to always take care of. And one more remedy that we can do is going to be Surya Namaskar, otherwise known as sun salutations. So I'll put a link to this also in this video. Most people know sun salutations if you're familiar with yoga. It's a very simple, quick routine, gets the blood flow going, gets the heart rate up, and circulates prana and chi through your body. So Very simple, very quick. If you don't have much time, you can even just do 5 or 10 Surya Namaskars in the morning. Should take you no more than 10 minutes. This is a great way to start the morning. A lot of the sun remedies are emphasized on the morning since the sun is rising in the morning. These are the best times to do these remedies. So get your yoga mat out, do a little bit of yoga. That's always a good idea to support your sun. So these are just very simple remedies. I hope they're helpful. Of course, as always, you can do a full consultation with me and we can pick apart your chart a little bit further and see which planets will need the most help and which ones are doing great already. Thanks so much. If you like this video and would like to see more, I'll probably be running through the different planets and then maybe even pick apart the charts a little bit to get a little more specific. If you enjoy this, please like and subscribe. Thanks so much. Take care.